morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Luca Kenobi. Before we get started, I would like you guys to please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. We would appreciate that very, very much. All right, now we got that out of the way. Let's get into this article. Okay, we all heard that Kathleen is getting ready to retire. By the end of the year, most likely could be the beginning of next year. But then, of course, you have CNN talking crap that no, she is not retiring. The source is a false, blah this, blah that, which CNN I am not going to believe because CNN has always been fake news to me in my book. Now, Kathleen Kennedy herself has spoken on it. Here we go. Kathleen Kennedy denies retirement rumors in Deadline interview. Claims she's not leaving anytime soon. I will die making movies. So, right now she sounds like she's pissed. And it's just so funny, bro. Let's take a read of this article and see what is up with this. All right, here we go. After weeks of speculation about Kathleen Kennedy and her rumored retirement at Lucasfilm, Deadline has now published an exclusive interview in which Kennedy flatly denies she is leaving anytime soon. This comes after Puck first reported that Disney was planning for her departure by the end of 2025, with The Hollywood Reporter and Variety following suit. Now Kennedy is pushing back, stating in no uncertain terms, I will die making movies. Yeah, you'll die making movies, which no one's going to watch. That statement may sound definitive, but as with many Hollywood narratives, the reality is more complicated. While Kennedy insists she's not stepping down, she does confirm that Disney and Lucasfilm have been working on a succession plan for years. Something that would only be necessary if a leadership transition was indeed on the horizon. Meanwhile, Deadline's reporting reads more like a public relations push than an independent piece of journalism, seeking to reframe the discussion of in Kennedy's favor. So what's really happening? Is Kathleen Kennedy holding firm at Lucasfilm, or is this judge just damage control before an inevitable retirement and transition? Kennedy's defiant response, I am not retiring. Kathleen Kennedy was quick to dismiss the growing speculation about her retirement, telling Deadline the truth is, and I want to just say it loud and clear, I'm not retiring. I will never retire from movies. I will die making movies. When asked about rumored chaos in Lucasfilm, she also took issue with the idea that the studio is in a state of turmoil, saying, chaos. There has never been any chaos because we know exactly what the plan is. This statement flies in the face of the well-documented production of the Star Wars sequel trilogy, which famously launched without a definitive plan, granting full creative control to J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson, who used the films in their own personal thumb wrestling match. Kennedy's comments reveal contradictions that raise more questions than they answer. She admits that she has been in discussion with Disney CEO Bob Iger and the studio head Alan Bergman about the transition plan for years. She confirms that an announcement about Lucasfilm leadership will be made months or a year down the road. So which is it? Are you going to retire or are you not going to retire? Because you're talking about looking for someone to take your place almost a year. She acknowledged that she is actively involved in choosing a successor and has been in lockstep with Disney on the matter. So, right now, Deadline is just being bull. Deadline is just being crap right now. It's just so funny what is going on here at Deadline. If her exit isn't happening, why is there already a plan in place? Exactly. Kennedy also doubles down on her control over succession process, stating, it's my decision, this is my 100% my decision. That sounds confident, but in a corporate structure at large as Disney, no executive fully controls their own exit. Disney is a publicly traded company with shareholders to answer to, and Iger has already signaled that Lucasfilm performance needs improvement. Kathleen Kennedy may claim she's not going anywhere, but the fact that succession planning is already underway, tells a different story that points to an eventual retirement. Now, why did Deadline publish this now? The tone of Deadline's interview is notable for how aggressively it pushes back against the reports from Puck and other Hollywood trades. The opening lines that after Puck's Matt Belloni accusing him of being on a personal crusade against Kennedy and mocking those speculating about her successor, this defensive posture raises a key question. Was this interview an independent journalistic piece, or was it orchestrated as a damage control effort by Lucasfilm PR team? Hollywood trades like Hollywood Reporter and Variety typically don't run major stories about leadership changes. Without the inside information, studios often use these publications to float news before making official announcements. If the rumored Kathleen Kennedy retirement was completely fabricated, why haven't Disney or Lucasfilm issued an outright denial through official channels? Exactly. Disney has not denied it. Bob Iger hasn't even said anything about it. Why is that Kennedy ran to Deadline, an outlet that has been notoriously friendly to her and described her as a first Ballet Hall of Famer, to get her message across? It's notable that the best pushback comes in the form of a friendly interview in which Kennedy controls the narrative. That doesn't read like a confident, stable leadership position. It reads like an attempt to shift the conversation. Lucasfilm's future, a studio in transition. While Kennedy maintains that all is well at Lucasfilm, the company's recent history tells a different story. A string of failed or delayed films, Kennedy has announced multiple Star Wars projects that never materialized, including films from Rian Johnson, Patty Jenkins, Kevin Feige, and David Benioff. The only movies currently moving forward are The Mandalorian Grogu and supposedly James Mangold's Jedi Origin film, along with the project of Sean Levi, which remains in early stages. The decline of Star Wars on Disney Plus. The Mandalorian was once a juggernaut, but its third season saw diminished enthusiasm. Meanwhile, The Acolyte failed to capture audiences and was quietly canceled, while Skeleton Crew is struggling to gain traction. A rushed release strategy for Andor Season 2. Instead of a traditional weekly rollout, Disney is airing 3 episodes at a time over just 4 weeks, an approach that suggests that low confidence or a desire to inflate viewership numbers for short-term streaming rankings. And then, of course, the Rey movie mayhem. Kennedy's pet project, a new movie based around Rey from the Star Wars sequel trilogy, has been through 4 writers with no start point in straight. Okay, I'm going to try to put this into print. This right here, after Rian Johnson's failure in the Last Jedi, they didn't want him anymore doing a sequel trilogy. Patty Jenkins, she was trying to do a story based on the X-Wing fighters. They denied her of that. And then, of course, David Benioff Wise, it was never going to happen with him. They didn't want him to do his stories. The Mandalorian and then the Mandalorian Grogu, I don't think it's going to work. I think it's going to fail. James Mangold, there hasn't been no mention of it. There has not been no mention, no updates on what's going on with this. Sean Levi, it's early stages, but nothing's happening right now. Then the Disney Plus. Yes, The Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2 was a complete success to me. But after the Book of Boba Fett, it was a failure. Book of Boba Fett was trash. Obi-Wan was trash. Mandalorian Season 3 was trash. The Acolyte was trash. Ahsoka was trash. And then the Skeleton Crew, it was good, but they should have bought that show before the Book of Boba Fett. Andor, however, it was a good show for me. It was a little bit boring, but I enjoyed it. But Andor Season 2, I'm going to give it a shot. And yes, in this next segment of Andor Season 2, it is a bit rushed, yes, but they did say it's going to be by chapters. So, of course, each chapter has 3 episodes. So of course that's what they're doing. And then of course, I mean, the Ray movie mayhem. They had like about, I think they had one writer that they had, and then he decided to quit because he's doing his own studio and everything. So there has not been no writing, no story of what is going on with this. So Lucasfilm is in a complete failure, bro. And it's all because of Kathleen Kennedy. Kennedy's still publicly attached to projects like the Mandalorian movie and the films by Mangold and Levi. But the broader trajectory of Lucasfilm suggests that her influence is waning. If Disney truly wanted her to remain in charge for the foreseeable future, why is the leadership transition already being discussed internally? Who takes over Lucasfilm? With Kennedy acknowledging that a replacement will eventually be named, speculation about her successor is growing. One of the most frequently mentioned names is Dave Filoni, the current chief and creative officer of Lucasfilm. Filoni has been involved in Star Wars storytelling for years, perhaps first under George Lucas with the Clone Wars, and later with the Mandalorian and Ahsoka. And there have not mentioned Jon Favreau, bro, which is sad. However, Filoni is not only a contender, other internal Lucasfilm executives could be in consideration, and Disney may even look outside the company for a fresh leadership. Whoever takes over will have the difficult job of restoring audience trust in Star Wars and bringing a more structured approach to Lucasfilm production strategy, something that has been sorely lacking under Kennedy. Final thoughts? Kennedy's words versus reality. Now, Kennedy may claim she is not retiring, but her own statements confirm that successor planning is in motion. So, to me, this right here, Deadline is full of crap. Deadline is full of it. Just like CNN, dude. Because they claim that she's not retiring, but of course, she did mention that there's going to be a successor. So, she is retiring. It definitely feels like the truth is out there that she is going to retire. You know? It's just so funny, dude, it's just so funny that how you got reporters that are trying to cover things up and they can't cover it because it's right there. The words that she is saying, it tells you right there that she is going to retire. But like I said, I will believe it when I see it happen. When I see it, I'll believe it, man. But so far right now, it looks like it is going to happen. But it is so funny of how she said it, that I will die making movies. So that's going to be it for this article. So you guys let me know in the comments below. So if you please share this video, post a comment below, and let me know your thoughts about this. Do you believe that Kathleen Kennedy is going to actually retire? You guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think. So thank you all so much for watching this video, and thank you for being part of the channel, and I will be seeing you all until next time. Bye, everyone.